If you've tried every sleep hack, energy drink, supplement, fitness trend out there, and yet you're still feeling worn out, foggy, or running on fumes, it's not that you're lazy or even that you're broken. It's likely that you're stuck in a survival mode where your nervous system is stuck there too. See, no amount of coffee, a B12 vitamin, or even a 5 a.m. workout can override a chronically stressed out and subluxated nervous system. If your gas pedal is always stuck on and the brake pedal isn't quite working, burnout isn't likely, it's inevitable. This message is for you, exhausted parents who've tried everything from diet changes to supplements to better sleep routines to even meditation. I see you struggling with chronic fatigue, I see the brain fog, and I see you running on an empty tank despite all the best efforts in fixing this energy crisis. Today we're going to dive deeper than any diet change, detox protocol, or essential oil can. We're going to learn how to reboot and recharge, how to regulate your own nervous system. Parents are notorious for placing their health last and just exiting and dragging themselves throughout each day on a self-directed cocktail of Starbucks, sugar, and all sorts of other stuff that only masks the problem and dives the problem even deeper. Let's finally put your health in front and get your energy and quality of life back. It's more than possible. So let's dig right in. See, studies show that parental burnout may affect up to 14% of parents, with mothers experiencing higher rates than fathers. Research shows that up to 20% of adults report experiencing this generalized fatigue, with parents experiencing significantly higher rates. Burnout doesn't just affect the mental health. It can cause chronic inflammation and disrupted cortisol patterns that regulate your energy. What I see in my practice mirrors these findings. Parents come in thinking they're just normal tired, but then when we take their neurological scans, it shows a significantly dysregulated nervous system, which shows patterns of sympathetic dominance. It's essentially sucking the energy out of your body because this persistent fight or flight has no opportunity to rest, and not a single medication or supplement can correct that. So let's focus on the real root cause of what's going on with parental exhaustion. See, your energy levels are intricately connected to your nervous system regulation, particularly the balance between sympathetic, which is fight or flight, and parasympathetic, which is rest and digest. These branches of your autonomic nervous system. When your nervous system is imbalanced, a condition called dysautonomia, this energy production and regulation suffers significantly, regardless of how well you're sleeping or what supplements you're taking. What most parents don't realize is that their chronic exhaustion may actually be a sign of a neurological dysfunction, specifically related to subluxation, which is interference in the communication pathways between the brain and the body. This neurological dysfunction impacts your vagus nerve function, which directly affects your body's ability to recover from stress and properly regulate all the systems involved in energy production. Now, the next focus is going to be on the 3 T's, these traumas, toxins, and poor thoughts that lead to chronic parental exhaustion. The physical, chemical, and emotional stressors of parenting creates what we call the 3 T's. And this is a nervous system stress that accumulates over time, and it manifests as chronic fatigue and brain fog. Now, physical stress, things like poor posture from carrying around children, old injuries, birth traumas, lots of different physical stressors. These factors create tension patterns that interfere with optimal nervous system function and therefore the energy regulation. The chemical stressors are things like processed foods, environmental toxins, and even the constant cortisol from stress. It overloads your body's detox mechanisms and not only causes exhaustion, but also things like weight gain. Emotional stressors show more indicating that most adults experience a drop in their relationship quality within the first 3 years of bringing their new baby home. and is often linked to parental burnout. See, these emotional stressors just build on top of other pre-existing challenges. Now, technology, this is adding a fourth dimension to stress. It hijacks your brain's function and further dysregulates an already unconventional nervous system that's not performing properly. Now, the gut and brain connection is also a critical role in this energy crisis. See, the vagus nerve serves as the primary communication highway between your brain and your digestive system. It regulates digestive enzyme production, nutrient absorption, and gut microbiome health. When subluxation and nervous system dysregulation are present, this delicate system becomes disrupted, meaning that you could be eating the perfect diet, you can be taking all the right supplements, but if your body can't effectively convert that into usable energy, it's all being done with wasted efforts. This is why many parents with chronic fatigue also experience digestive issues, things like bloating, constipation, or food sensitivities. These are things that likely manifest under the same neurological dysfunction as what we're speaking about. Addressing the neurological component is the missing piece that allows all your other health habits to finally work and deliver the energy that you've been seeking. The reason that conventional approaches to energy issues often fall short for parents is that these conventional approaches typically involve increased caffeine consumption or energy drinks to further stress out an already overtaxed nervous system, creating a dependency cycle without addressing the real root cause. If you go to the things like sleep medications or supplementation like melatonin, these are going to provide temporary relief, but it does not address why your sleep is not restorative in the first place. And that's going to further dysregulate your nervous system. Now, the healthcare providers dismiss parental fatigue, and they say that it's just part of being a parent. And they're missing this neurological dysfunction that keeps your body stuck in energy depleting stress mode. In contrast, as a neurologically focused chiropractor, we address the real root cause of energy dysregulation within your nervous system. And it restores your body's natural energy rhythms and reduces the dependency on external stimulants. The graph that you see right here is part of an analysis that's performed in my practice. Now, these are taken analytically during times of a progress evaluation. Now, the majority of parents do come into chiropractic care, even under a neurologically focused approach, for things like neck and back pain. But secondary improvements, things like sleep, 40% of patients reported an improvement in sleep. And this is without medication, without supplementation. If you look at energy levels, 31%, digestive improvement, 24%, these are huge improvements by simply allowing that nervous system to be appropriately regulated. See, chiropractic care under a neurologically focused approach will identify stress patterns inside the nervous system. These stress patterns are not only identified, but also corrected. And the technology that we use in office through the Insight neurological scans allows us to compute these items to see real data. So this is where, if you as a parent are having exhaustion, there is an underlying cause. And the neurological approach to chiropractic care is the next step if you've exhausted supplements, medication, nutrition, exercise. And the great part is that once your nervous system is regulated properly, all the other systems start to jump back online because your brain and body can now communicate together. If you're ready to further investigate if your nervous system is out of whack and dysregulated, I invite you to check out the link in the bio below. Take a look at scheduling a new patient consultation where we dive in deep to your struggles with health, what you've done so far on your journey to health improvements, and then we advance forward with the Insight neurological scans to truly identify and understand where the impairments are occurring inside your body's nervous system. We look forward to meeting you here.